Welcome to the Deep Dive, the show where we lean into that uniquely human impulse to understand. You know that feeling, right? That subtle hum in the back of your mind, constantly pondering, what if? Why? How does that actually work? Mhm. We're here to explore those deeper currents, to sift through fascinating sources, and hopefully uncover those surprising insights that just click into place. Today, we're embarking on a journey into the incredibly rich landscape of Hindi literature. Specifically, we're looking at an acclaimed work by Udayan Vajpayee titled Caius, or Godmoy. It's a literary experience that it truly pushes the boundaries of conventional categorization, and we're going to explore exactly why.
That's right. And our source material for this deep dive is a detailed critical analysis of Caius. So this allows us to really distill its essence for you, exploring its profound ideas without, requiring you to navigate its full complexity yourself. Think of it as having a seasoned guide to lead you through the intricate pathways of a truly thought-provoking work.
Okay, let's unpack this then. What exactly is this Caius that sounds so compelling and distinct?
Well, Udayan Vajpayee is widely recognized as a deeply reflective, philosophical, and I'd say experimental voice within contemporary Hindi literature. He's known for constantly pushing the envelope. And Kayas really stands as a prime example of that innovative spirit. It's a highly celebrated collection, and what's particularly intriguing is how literary critics grapple with classifying it. It's fascinating. Some identify it as a collection of short stories, others lean towards essays, but many, perhaps most accurately, describe it as a unique form of prose poetry. It truly blurs the lines. It inhabits a space where narrative, reflection, and lyrical expression converge.
That immediately sparks a different kind of curiosity. So it's not simply one thing, which is interesting in itself. But beyond its genre-bending nature, what does Caius actually signify? Is there a deeper meaning embedded in the title itself?
Absolutely, and this is really key to understanding the work. The word kayas translates most accurately to estimates, doubts, and possibilities. What's truly captivating is that Vajpayee doesn't just use this word as a title, he threads it throughout the entire collection. It's everywhere. He consistently uses kayas to embody those continuous questions, those uncertainties, and the myriad possibilities that constantly arise and evolve within the human mind. It serves as both a linguistic and a thematic anchor for the whole collection, really making the very act of questioning a central character, if you will.
Wow, so it's more than just a title. It's a foundational concept. It informs the entire experience of the book. It sounds like it's inviting you, the reader, to engage directly with those estimates, doubts, and possibilities in your own mind. Like to wrestle with internal debates and hypotheticals right alongside the author. That kind of active participation sounds powerful.
It truly is, and this direct engagement is absolutely central to the work's broad philosophical ambition. Kaya's delves into several fundamental, universally resonant themes. I mean, really big stuff. It explores the inherent uncertainties and ambiguities of existence itself, that universal human experience of, grappling with unknowns, of not having all the definitive answers. It also grapples with the intricate, often conflicting duality between memory and the act of forgetting, and how those processes dynamically shape our perception of reality and self. It's quite complex. Beyond that, it meditates on the enduring mystery that surrounds both death and life, two sides of the same profound human experience that we perpetually try to comprehend. And on a more intimate level, it unearths those hidden fears, the deep-seated doubts, and the quiet apprehensions that reside within the human psyche. Things we don't often talk about. Finally, Kayas offers profound reflections and meditations on the very nature of language, the essence of art, and the intricate fabric of culture. What's compelling here, I think, is how Vajpayee doesn't really name these themes. He invites you to feel them, to question them, and to explore them alongside him, often through relatable contexts.
Those are certainly weighty topics. It sounds incredibly rich and layered. But given such deep subject matter, how does the book manage to explore these without feeling like, I don't know, a dense academic text? Does it use everyday experiences as a starting point to make the abstract more relatable?
It absolutely does, and that's really one of its distinctive strengths. Vajpayee possesses this remarkable ability to derive deep philosophical explanations and insights from remarkably ordinary, everyday human experiences. He doesn't begin with grand theoretical propositions. Instead, he often starts with something simple, perhaps the fleeting observation of a shadow lengthening across a wall, or the peculiar sensation of déjà vu, or even just the quiet rustle of leaves in the wind, things we all notice. From these seemingly mundane moments, he then unpacks these profound layers of meaning. He weaves reflections on the nature of time, the interplay of memory and perception, or the subtle echoes of human apprehension. This approach grounds the philosophy in something tangible, preventing it from becoming overly abstract or distant. It's in these subtle observations that the deeper aha moments truly resonate, I find, revealing fresh perspectives on the ordinary.
That approach sounds incredibly effective. Yeah. It allows you, the reader, to sort of step into the conversation from a place of familiarity before being gently guided into the deeper currents of thought. Which brings us to the artistry of his language and style. I imagine that plays a pivotal role in making such contemplative topics accessible and engaging.
Indeed. The distinctive language and style are truly what define Vajpayee's writing in Kayas, no question. His prose is, as you might anticipate given the themes, deeply philosophical, that's a given, but it's also richly metaphorical, imbuing the text with multiple layers of meaning that invite you to peel them back, one by one. Beyond the intellectual depth, there's a distinct aesthetic quality. Even within its prose form, the writing often possesses a profound poetic quality and a natural, almost musical rhythm. It just flows in a way that feels inherently lyrical. And this creates that singular reading experience we touched upon earlier. The writing can fluidly shift, at times resembling a meticulously crafted philosophical essay, and at other times feeling distinctly like prose poetry, almost like free verse that carries a narrative or an idea. It's this very fluidity, this willingness to embrace multiple forms within a single work that makes Kayas so compelling and, well, at times so uniquely demanding, too.
Now, this is where it really gets interesting for me. It sounds less like merely reading a story and more like engaging with a piece of, say, improvised music or perhaps participating in a profound thought experiment. It's not just what he's saying, but how he's saying it that creates such a rich, textured experience for the mind.
Exactly. That's a great way to put it. This unique blend contributes significantly to its core strengths, which are considerable for a curious mind. Kayas actively compels the reader, it really does, to engage in deep thinking and self-reflection. It's far from a passive read. It's an interactive intellectual journey. You don't just consume the words, you process them, you interact with them, and you often find yourself debating them within your own mind. And as we discussed, its exceptional capacity to extract these far-reaching philosophical interpretations from ordinary, everyday human experiences is a huge draw. It kind of democratizes complex thought, making it accessible through relatable lenses. Finally, its distinctive style and the genuine seriousness of its inquiry truly position it as a singular and significant work in modern Hindi literature. It genuinely stands apart. If we connect this to the broader picture, well, Kayas isn't merely a book you read, it's a profound invitation to introspect, to wrestle with the fundamental questions you might not even realize you have stirring inside.
Okay, so for someone like you who genuinely seeks those aha moments, those sudden bursts of clarity or new understanding, how does this book deliver on that? Does it spark a different kind of insight compared to, say, a more straightforward nonfiction book that aims to provide clear answers?
Oh, absolutely. It sparks a different, perhaps more organic kind of insight, definitely. Instead of simply presenting an aha moment as a neat conclusion, Kayas often presents it as a starting point for further contemplation. The revelation isn't the end of the journey. It's like a new vista opening up, inviting you to continue exploring its implications. The aha might be realizing the surprising depth inherent in a common experience. Or maybe seeing a familiar idea from an entirely new, deeply philosophical angle. It's more of a continuous, unfolding process of insight rather than a singular, definitive pronouncement. It's less about being told the answers and more about being guided toward finding your own questions and perhaps your own emergent understandings along the way.
That makes perfect sense, yeah. It's about the journey of thought, then, and the evolving landscape of understanding, rather than just reaching a fixed destination. Okay. But let's be candid, while profoundly rewarding, Kayas isn't necessarily an easy read for everyone, right? There are always certain characteristics that might pose a challenge when diving into something so, well, unconventionally structured.
You're astute to acknowledge that, absolutely. While its distinct nature is undeniably its strength, it can also be perceived as a demanding read for certain audiences. It can be seen as abstract and, yeah, at times challenging for a general readership who might be accustomed to more direct narratives, a clear plot, or maybe a straightforward argumentative structure. Readers who approach it expecting a conventional story, developed characters, a clear beginning, middle, and end, might find it quite heavy or intellectually rigorous. It genuinely requires a different kind of engagement, a willingness to sit with ambiguity, to embrace introspection, and crucially, to value the process of questioning over the immediacy of answers.
Right. So what does this all mean for someone like you, our listener, who might consider diving in? It sounds like it calls for a particular kind of mental readiness, doesn't it? Less about speed reading for information, and maybe more about thoughtful, deliberate immersion.
Precisely. It's an act of deep, deliberate engagement. That's the perfect way to describe it, to distill its core message. Kayas is a literary work in Hindi that actively encourages and rewards profound thinking, deep engagement rather than passive consumption. It's just not a book you skim or read lightly. It actively invites you into a profound conversation with your own mind, prompting you to consider life's fundamental elements. This collection is particularly well suited, I think, for individuals who genuinely enjoy grappling with life's enduring questions, exploring the intricate workings of the human mind, and contemplating the very nature of existence itself. Udyan Vajpayee has truly crafted a singular philosophical literary experience. It's almost like a guided journey into the self, expressed through this exceptional blend of prose and poetry, which actually raises an important question for you listening. Are you prepared to embark on a journey that might ask you more questions than it provides immediate answers? And can you find profound value in that very process of inquiry?
And there you have it, Udyan Vajpayee's Kayas. A truly distinctive literary work that invites you to a world of philosophical self-inquiry through its unique prose poetry. It's a powerful reminder that literature isn't just about telling stories. It can also be a mirror reflecting our deepest thoughts and, well, the uncertainties that define the human condition. Here at The Deep Dive, our mission is pretty simple: to give you a shortcut to being well-informed, to unearth surprising facts, and to help you connect dots that spark fresh insights. We certainly hope this exploration of Kayas has done just that for you today. And maybe a final thought to leave you with. If Kayas is genuinely about exploring the estimates, doubts, and possibilities that reside within us, what unspoken Kayas are stirring within your own mind right now, waiting for their own deep dive? Keep asking those questions, keep exploring, and keep your curiosity alive. We'll look forward to diving deep with you again next time.